Hello everybody. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I am wearing a beanie because it is a brisk 44 degrees here in Florida. We just had the coldest Christmas since the year of my birth, which was 1983. So it was crazy. There was frost on the windows. I mean, it's like we almost had a white Christmas. It was pretty awesome though. I was loving it. I was out walking to Roscoe yesterday and it was just beautiful out there. It's still beautiful today. I mean, the air just gets so clear. See, I'm out walking to Roscoe. Anyways, wanted to talk about Vulcan. Yeah, I just mentioned the name Vulcan because it's growing on me. And why is it growing on me? Because just talking, Leon made a good point in my comments on my last video. And he was saying, just trust Brian, trust the team, that they know what they're doing and that they know things that we don't know. And they're doing what's best for the blockchain. And I said, that's a good point. 100%, brother. So, I know Brian has always done what's best for Safuu. And I think he's going to do what's best for the blockchain. He's proven to us that he's an honest guy. He's transparent. And you know, he knows what he's doing, so I'm just going to trust him. And I'm not going to lie, the name Vulcan, I didn't like it at first, but what changed my mind was I went to dap.safuux.com because I guess there isn't a Vulcan dap just yet, and I saw how they had changed the background, and I saw how many Vulcan I have already. I already have 1,000 Vulcan. And I was like, that's pretty sweet. I'm going to have 1,700 come mainnet. That's pretty awesome. That means I'm going to make back all the money I lost in crypto this past year on day one of mainnet. And if I hold until July, I'll have like 75,000 Vulcan. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm the type that I don't swing trade or anything. Every time I try to sell and buy back in, I usually end up with less somehow. So I'll probably just hold. But that's just me. You do you. Not financial advice at all. Not at all. Because it might be a good idea to sell when it pumps at first and then buy the dip. But I can tell you, I don't have the whatever it requires to do that, because that would be stressful. So anyways, I was talking in Discord with people about Safuu and Vulcan this morning, and having a nice discussion with a bunch of people. And Elliot was talking a little bit in there. Biz showed up. And anyways, we don't know what the starting circulating supply is. I think there's an article that's supposed to come out soon to tell us what the starting circulating supply will be, because it will be based on whether the Treasury started rebasing in testnet or not. But just, rough numbers, if the Treasury does not rebase in testnet and it only starts rebasing come January 20th, and I know people are wondering what does that mean? Technically everything's just rebasing on paper. I mean, if the Treasury started rebasing on paper in testnet, that means it'll have 280 million coins come January 20th. But if it did not start rebasing on paper in testnet, then it will just be 75 million coins. So you can see how that changes the math a little bit. And we don't know yet which one it is, because not that anybody's wrong. I'm not saying anybody's wrong here, but we've heard two different answers, and I think we're going to be getting an article to clarify it soon on whether the Treasury rebases or not in testnet. But I'll go over the numbers real quick. If it does not, we will have a circulating supply right at first of just over 100 million. Because after everybody's sacrificed tokens, rebase will have a little over 30 million coins from that. Just from that. Roscoe, you want to walk on the trail? Let's go on the trail. He likes going on the trail. So we'll have 30 million coins from what was sacrificed, and then you add to that the 75 million in the Treasury, and you're looking at 105 million or so. And now I've also heard that there's 75 million that will be available for purchase right at first. So would that mean that it's 180 million circulating supply at first? I don't actually know. I don't know. I would assume it does, but how long will it take to purchase the 75 million coins? Well, I don't know. Let's just, for simplicity's sake, say it'll be 100 million, 105 million circulating supply at first, with a $9 price. That gives us just shy of $1 billion market cap. And people were like speculating, like, what can the price do? What can it do? What can it do? I don't know, but I like to compare it to BNB. And BNB in the first month did a 10x, and in the first 6 months did a 180x. And BNB was back in 2017 when it first started, when there was only 15 million people in crypto. And now in 2022, we have probably 350 million, if not 400 million people in crypto. Last I checked, it was like 300 million at the beginning of 2022. That's why I say 350 to 400, because it's growing quickly. So at the very least, we have 20 times more people in crypto now than Binance did when it started. So why the hell couldn't we do what Binance did? Now, I know you could say that Binance started with a much lower market cap of $20 million. So to 10x that, or to 180x that is something different than starting with a market cap of $1 billion. And also, you could say that Binance started in the bull market. I think 2017 was a bull market year, because 2021 was a bull market year. And it seems to go in 4-year cycles. So you could also make that argument. But maybe it did all that just because it was a brand new blockchain, and brand new blockchains just tend to have an enormous amount of buy pressure and an enormous amount of interest, because people know what they can do. So whether it's bear or bull market, they'll do great. And if we do start with a circulating supply of only 100 million, that would be really good for, listen, either way, I think we're gonna do well. But it would be easier to come up with some positive figures, because if you do the math, 100 million doubling every 34 days for 6 months, and you get to like 200, 400, 800, 1.6 billion. It's 3.2 billion. You're looking at like a circulating supply of like 3.3 billion or so come July. And it's like, people can mentally accept that, like, we could potentially be at a 20 or 30 billion market cap come July. It's harder for people to think that we'll be like at a 300 billion market cap come July. Understandably so. So, I don't know. But, either way, whether it's a short-term play or a long-term play, I think it'll still be very lucrative. We do have a bull market coming up eventually. And, like, let's say that you've just been holding that whole time, and by the time the bull market comes around, you have, let's say 50,000 coins. And that bull market just makes the price like skyrocket, do a 10x or something. I think you're going to be pretty happy. So, I think we're going to be very happy. Let's just put it that way. I don't know how long we'll have to hold, but I think we're going to be very happy with Vulcan. I think Brian Legend is, he's still the man. He's still the man with the plan. So, let's just trust the process. And I was talking about Safuu with people as well. And because I was in the Safuu Discord. We were talking about Safuu and Vulcan. But I was talking about Safuu as well, because Safuu is my first love. And I still love Safuu. And people were getting a little down at the mouth about Safuu. And I was trying to, bring them back up, but when people have it in mind to be a little negative, it's hard to talk them out of it, but I was doing my darndest. We had just in the past 24 hours, we had $450,000 of volume. That's not nothing. For a token that is supposedly abandoned, and we did $450,000 in volume just recently, and I did the math on that $450,000 in volume burned over 200,000 tokens. So that's not nothing. That brought us down to like 18,700,000. Like, if we keep doing stuff like that, that happens like once every few days, it seems, that the price dips down and then whales buy it and buy the dip, and then people sell the dip and stuff, and it leads to like these 500,000 or million plus days. If we keep doing that at this price, it won't take too much longer to get down to 1 million supply. I mean, it'll take maybe a matter of months. And I have a feeling that Safuu, the token, is going to still be, I don't want the sun to blind you, still going to be a very important token in the future. When the bull market comes around, if you're still holding Safuu, what can happen to that market cap? It's going to be a low market cap token that had a very, high, all-time high price at one time. People don't forget that, and if the supply is really low and you're holding, let's say the supply is like 5 million by the time the bull market comes around, and you're holding a few thousand tokens, and the price goes to, or the market cap goes to like, I don't know, like 20 million or something. I don't know. That's probably being a little pessimistic, honestly, because I think the price will go a lot higher. But what was I saying about Safuu on Discord? I was putting out some good stuff, man. Yeah. What else? If you go to Safuu.com, they changed the website a little bit. And Brian Legend, we saw that Brian Legend got completely out of Safuu. He sold all of his Safuu tokens because he had a lot of them. He had bought like 150 BNB right before the AMA, and then he was like, BRB. No, I don't know. And then he sold all of his tokens. So I don't know if he made money or lost money. He probably lost some money, but he's completely out of Safuu now. So now it's like a completely community-driven token, and I think Safuu still has a lot of legs. It does. Still a lot of people interested in it. Still whales watching it for the price dips. I mean, you saw it went down to 27 cents late last night, and it was already back up to 35 cents this morning. So, people are not letting that price drop very much. They're just not. And I don't know. I don't know what the future holds, but maybe come mainnet, Safuu is going to have, new life yet again. And the bridge is a thing. It is happening. Brian Legend said there's not even any consideration to get rid of it. So the bridge will be there for Vulcan to bridge to Safuu and Safuu to Vulcan. And I think that will be good, because if you bridge over from Vulcan to, it is really cold. If you bridge over to Safuu from Vulcan, maybe there won't be a tax there. I don't think there will be. But then when you go to sell your Safuu, if you want to cash out, there's going to be a 16% tax, and that tax is going to be burning the supply. So, sorry if the sun has been blinding you guys. So you can see, and also I've heard talk that there will eventually be staking in Safuu, even though you guys know I'm not a huge fan of staking. But if it brings utility to Safuu, the token, cool. I probably won't stake unless it would have to be like stupid simple, because I don't understand staking. I mean, I get it, you lock up your tokens, but like, I don't know. Maybe I could figure it out now, because I know a little bit more than I did, back when I tried to do whatever baked beans was. But How long have I been talking? 15 minutes now? I'm going to title this one a rant because I'm just ranting. But, yep. So that's it. I think I'm going to be done now. All right, hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. Thank you for watching.